What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
In other news, yesterday, a lot of people woke up to the reports of 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells going missing. Right? And this is what I mean, where artists like Pac and others, they would take moments like this, put it in music to try to raise the awareness.
Correct.
In society and saying, yo, we have to do better. Now, again, this story, it came off yesterday. I want to say this happened over the holiday weekend, but people started reacting early Monday morning when there was reports about 18-year-old missing in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm just trying to get y'all the facts. For the record, Nolan Xavier Wells, 18, of Ocean Springs, Mississippi, went missing Saturday, July 4th. Okay, they're saying he was last seen 3 p.m. on Horn Island after a boat trip with a group of friends. All right, now, of course, he did not return with the group, and the mother reported him missing around midnight. All right, now they had a search involving Jackson County Sheriff's Department, U.S. Coast Guard, Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, Gulf Islands National Seashore, and Volunteer Group United Cajun Navy. All right. As of Monday, July 6, 8:45 a.m., they found a body matching the description. All right. So as of today, an autopsy is scheduled to happen. But yeah, man, it's very unfortunate. A lot of questions as to how does something like this happen? You still have unanswered questions. But for the record, he played football at Ocean Springs High School and Southwest Mississippi Community College. It's, it's unfortunate. But I have some video.
Okay,
let me show this to y'all right quick. That people are saying that, details, more information is coming out saying that something happened, maybe an incident that took place. This social media, man. Let me see if you can see that right quick. Can you see that? Okay, you can see it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But, a lot of people, they kind of got hushed when it came to what happened to him. Where is he? Said they found his phone, but apparently there was some incident that took place. And like I said, I'm sure the information will come out, but this is what's going on in the world today, man. Where your loved one could leave the house and never return home. Yes.
Yeah.
We got to start waking up, man. We got to start being more aware, alert of our surroundings, for our children, for our elders, for each other. Look at this, man. And nobody know what happened. Come on. You see this all the time, every day in this country. People out here celebrating, having a good time. It's the holiday weekend, right? It's 2026. Come on, man. What y'all talking about? What's the problem?
This is my thing, right? If he was with friends and that was the last time anybody saw him, his mother, that's the last time she, was aware of his surroundings. How come these friends are not in custody or being investigated? Because they found the body 2 days later.
Yeah.
This morning.
Come on. Everybody returned. They got the phone, but they don't have him. Nobody knows what happened. I mean, come on.
Come on, man.
We can sit here and play this game and, let the people in the chat act stupid, but these things are still happening. This is why when artists are not being responsible with the position that they have, the platform that they have, things like this happen and you don't say anything. These is, our children, our grandbabies. If eventually it goes up, you know what I mean? And we shouldn't have to wait until something like that happens to a celebrity for people to say, you know what, enough with the bullshit. We say we want equality.
Right.
Things have changed in this country. Well, goddamn it, start acting like it. Start rectifying the issues that was created. You know what I'm saying? To make shit like this a possibility. resolve the fact that a community, black people, was exploited, overworked, underfunded.
Facts.
Rectify that, because it trickles down to this, where people have their own depiction. It's their mentality that's poison, and how they view our people a certain way thanks to media. We know this, but what change is going to happen? If we sitting here and investing hundreds of millions of dollars into these artists, into these platforms, while they turn their back on our children getting gunned down, going missing in broad daylight, and all they got for you is another concert announcement. I mean, how does that help us?
Disrespectful is
come on.
They don't.
We can pull up
our value.
Come on,
as people. We move the needle on everything. We are the culture. They want to be invested in the culture, but only to capitalize for their benefit.
Right.
And drain us for our energy, and do all this energy harvesting at these concerts. That's a whole nother conversation. But this is crazy, man, because
it's the same, right? Even if it ain't energy, it's all harvesting one way or another.
Yeah.
They taking us for one thing or another, but we have to have enough sense to say, yo, we've put in enough in this system. We've put in enough, still putting in. Right? They gonna tax us in a minute for all of this energy, heat consumption. Like we made it hot outside or something. Like we the ones out here messing up the economy so bad. All we doing is work, trying to make everything we can to contribute to a better place.
Correct.
That's the mentality that we like to think. While we got all of this division going on, we can sit here and argue about the left, right, blue, black, white. We can do this to the end. It's going to probably happen long after this. We understand that, but work still needs to be done. These kids ain't going to be able to take care of themselves. Our elders ain't going to be able to take care of themselves. So it comes to community, and us coming together and saying, yo, if we don't start acting like a community,
come on,
it's going to be a lot more issues like this where we just sitting ducks, getting picked off. While you sitting there trying to be Scarface, the richest of all of us, you only put a target on your back, man. And again, this ain't to, pocket watch or anything like that, but to see the celebrities move how they move, right? Despite, what we seen this weekend, because you got this going on. I didn't even talk about, the march that took place in D.C. on the 4th. You had them white folks in Pooh Shiesty masks. I mean, come on. March right there on the 4th of July. And nobody said nothing. Not a rapper.
Crazy. Nobody
said nothing. Come on. They saying they reclaiming America. What you mean you reclaiming? What you mean? What? Reclaiming it. Look at this young lady right here. Look at this right here. Look at this. She on the train. Surrounded by all these men. One black woman. Now, if you watched my video this morning with D.L. Hewley, shout out to you. He reacted to it. But I made sure to end the video. Give me a second. I guess we can do the same before we head on out. But I wanted to show y'all where things need to change, because, it was reported that all these men who partook in that march, they took a train to D.C.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, these is people of the community. And, we know what happened 100 years ago if something like this would have went down. It's still happening now, matter of fact. But she's sitting here by herself. I don't see nobody with her, right?
Yeah.
So this is why I said moving forward, nobody going to be stranded no more, yo. Ain't nobody going to just be out here by themselves.
Nah.
If it was a 1 million man march back then, well, goddamn it, it's time for a 10 million, 2 million man march. Yeah. What's wrong? I don't see you see anything wrong with this picture, right? Anything going on? You see anything wrong?
Not at all.
I just see us congregating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Building in public. What's the problem? They can march. masked up. Why can't we? Without a mask. What's
Yeah,
up?
we wasn't wearing no masks. You know,
Come
our
on.
people wasn't wearing no masks.
We was actually
They had a
protesting
problem.
real injustices.
Yeah,
And look
they
how
had a
they
problem
whipped
with
our
it.
ass.
Yeah.
My bad, Ken. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's all good. No, they had a problem with us, you know, just pulling up to DC. You know, they try to defute the numbers. You know, say it wasn't 1 million people. You know, they had a lot of negative press with us coming together to march for, you know, injustices and, you know, equality, so forth and so on. But these white nationalists, they could have masks on, pull up to
And
DC,
listen,
and everything's all good.